Jo, halt zurück, sobald es geht. Lass mal jetzt hier nach dem Fight zurückgehen. Jo. So, das Würmchen haben wir irgendwie noch so included quasi. Wo sind die anderen? Kommt ihr mit, bitte? Okay, die anderen sind irgendwo hier hingebeamt, oder was? Okay. Mysteriöses Artefakt. Okay, das Artefakt haben wir wieder und dieses Würmchen haben wir auch. Das werde ich jetzt aber nicht ausprobieren. Okay, eigentlich müssten wir uns ein bisschen erholen, es sei denn, die haben Gesprächsbedarf. Okay, cool.
Gods be damned. With that parasite in his brain, Father could wreak untold havoc in the Absolute's name. Should Baldur's Gate fall to the Absolute, every one of the coast cities will be ripe for the plucking. We're not just fighting for our cure, we're fighting for my father. We're fighting for the Gate. We're fighting for all of Faerun. Worm's Rock Fortress. All travelers to Baldur's Gate flow through it. It serves as headquarters for the Flaming Fist and their commander, my father. The Absolute's army's on the march. Gods forbid a tadpole Grand Duke throw open the gates for them. Orin, I'd never heard tell of, but Gortash I know. Or know of, more precisely. A self-styled strategic advisor to Baldur's Gate's peers. A bit player with dreams of a leading role, the way Father told it. He had no use for Gortash, and even less for his advice. I don't remember much beyond that. But where these chosen are concerned, I have a suspicion we're about to know more than we'd like.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but first a question. If your home were under siege, what would you sacrifice to save it? As would I, and more. I was 17. Father, older Ravengard, had just been named a Grand Duke and was called away to Elturel to help settle a dispute. That's when the cult of the dragon made its move.
The cult of the dragon, a fractured religion. Some believers hold that undead dragons will inherit the world. Others worship the dragon goddess Tiamat and intend to summon her to Faerun.
To conjure the Dragon Queen and lay waste to Baldur's Gate. A 10-day after Father left, I heard a whisper as I slept. Duskhawk Hill, the Queen of Chaos awakens. Go alone. I grabbed a rapier and set out. There wasn't a cloud in the sky, yet not a single star was shining. There they were, gathered at the foot of the hill.
Your head tingles. Will wants to show you what happened. In the looming shadow of the mount, 5 groups of 5 figures each encircle a lofty totem. Atop each totem, a dragon's head is carved, and a massive orb held in its mouth. The cultists chant, first softly, then crying to the starless sky. There is a crack of thunder, a gust of wind, and a dragon's white head appears in the storm. The first of Tiamat's 5 heads. As the maelstrom howls, Mizora's lips press to your ear. She will destroy Baldur's Gate. Grant me your soul and I will give you the power to save it, she whispers.
She read the terms while two devils stood witness, and I said yes. One soul for one city. She didn't. She came on order of her mistress, Zariel. Tiamat made a play for power. Zariel had other plans. That was the most Mazora's ever said. All that mattered was that she got her prize. Another pet added to her warlock menagerie. I don't know that it was brave. I just know that it was right. The moment I agreed, I burned with the fires of Avernus and oozed the rot of Dis. The cultists choked on our poisons and burned from our flames. And when we were done, all that remained were 5 grayed orbs atop a pile of ash. My soul was bound, and my lips were sealed. It is the one scar I ever bore of it. You were right, of course. The new eye is a sending stone, courtesy of Mazora. She uses it to track my location and call from a distance. I could flee to the spine of the world, or the depths of the lower dark, and still never shake her. He returned to an unsuspecting city and a wayward son with a smirking devil at his side. I tried to tell him the truth, but my mouth couldn't form the words. I'd led him to the battlefield, but Mazora had swept it clean. I showed him my stone eye, but he only turned away. After, he said only one word: go. So I did. I understand.
Wir hatten eigentlich eine Quest, ne? Die um diesen Großherzog ging, aber ihn könnten wir natürlich auch mal mitnehmen, aber ich weiß noch nicht, ob das jetzt der richtige Zeitpunkt ist.
Your parasite communes with Lae'zel's. Her heart races as she learns of the events inside the astral prison.
Orpheus, Gith's only son. He lives. It is not the Geich visitor that Vlaakith would destroy and Voss would set free. It is Orpheus, the blood of the mother, the prince of the comet. Listen close. The Emperor spoke only in half-truths. For you to know the tale of Orpheus, you must know the tale of Gith and of Vlaakith. Long ago, when we rose up against our Geich slavers, Mother Gith made for the Hells to secure an alliance with the archdevil Tiamat. Tiamat gifted the Githyanki our red dragons. Gith remained in the Hells, and Tiamat's envoy proclaimed Vlaakith our ruler. The first Vlaakith of many. It is Vlaakith 157 whom my people now call Queen.
Junge, okay. Das sind aber viele.
Orpheus is Gith's only son. He led his mother's own honor guard in a coup against Vlaakith I. It was Kithrak Voss himself who slayed the prince in vicious battle, or so the Varshas teach us. Yet the Prince of the Comet's been with us, subdued by that repugnant Illithid. Should Orpheus go free, he would tear Vlaakith's empire to pieces and build new glory from the scraps. The seed and the sower. Every word Voss spoke, he spoke true. Orpheus is the living proof of the Queen's lies, and the living weapon that conquered our Geich slavers. One word from his lips, and the people would doubt. 2 words, and they would rage. 3 words, and they would bow to the true heir. If the Githyanki are to be free, the Prince of the Comet must lead the way.
Ganz schön viel Quatschen hier.
So, there's been a mind flare inside
Seit wann
the
hast du weiße
artifact or
Haare?
astral prism the whole time we've had it. Sounds like utter madness, even though I've seen it with my own eyes. The more I learn, the less I understand just why I was sent to retrieve that thing. But it matters little now. I do not serve Shah anymore, nor the Mother Superior. The prism is no longer my mission. Saving my parents is. But I digress. Did you want something?
Und warum hast du solche Haare? Okay, Bedeutet das, wir gehen jetzt irgendwo hin, oder? Quasi hier irgendwo raus? Oder was haben wir vor? Na, wohl nicht. Eigentlich können wir das Lager ja verlassen, ne? Geht das? Jetzt mittlerweile? Oder wir gehen über diese Leiter da hinten mal hoch und gucken, wo das da hingeht. Oh, ich dachte, wir können hier durchgehen. Schade. Okay.
We must find where Gortash and Orin have established themselves and take their nether stones.
Baldur's Gate is right over the hills. And so is Cazador. Cazador and his rite of profane ascension. An imperial soiree, attended by devils and spawn alike. A grand ceremony to honor one exalted vampiric master. And elevate him to an unfathomable station. To place him in a position of such esteem. The world will yearn to kneel and offer their necks. Then you've been thinking the same thing. If the time comes and I can stay one move ahead of him, I'll take his place before his blood can hit the floor.
Ja, genau, das hat er nämlich gesagt.
Doesn't it sound delightful? For the lucky little vampire on the winning side. After 200 years of shit, pure shit, I think I deserve something better. All I'm saying is, let's be clever about
Ja,
it.
machen wir.
If an opportunity arises for me to become a more magnificent bastard than I already am, why turn it down? Let's find out more about the ritual before we waltz into Cazador's front door. If we track down my old comrades, the other spawn, we may discover more and be finally positioned for yours truly to ascend. My, you sweetheart. Then there isn't a moment to waste. If we don't find my brethren, they'll find us, likely with bared fangs. We should get to them first. Then we can make their pretty tongues talk. Unless Cazadors change their orders, they'll be in the dens of this town, seeking prey.
Okay, lass mal gucken. Gepflegte Stiefel. Mhm. Wo ist er da? Okay.
Excuse me. I can't find my mum. She was sick. She had spots on her face and hands. She went to go get some herbs, and she was supposed to come back the same day.
Hast du zwei verschiedene Augenfarben?
Wow. Thanks. My mum would like this. She's the best cook in the world. And she taught me too. I'll look for her. I think she'll probably come soon. Thanks a lot.
Interessant. Vielleicht finden wir die Mom. Ja, was ist hier denn los? Krass. Lass mal ein bisschen rumlaufen, oder?
What in the hells was that?
Never felt an earthquake in Baldur's Gate before. What the hells? I don't care how big they were. I'll give them a piece of my mind.
Oh, geil. Alter, wer ist das denn da hinten? Vielleicht erstmal nicht, oder?
That'll make a great headline.
The circus of the last days has returned. See Dryads, Jinn, and Dribbles the Clown back with a new act.
Dann schauen wir uns das doch mal an.
That's curious.
Das war jetzt nicht so spannend. Okay, wieso bist du nicht mitgegangen? Ach so. Separated. War mir gar nicht so aufgefallen. Wenn man nicht auf die Schäfchen aufpasst, ne?
not enough to organize. He wants to teach them.
Überall hängen diese nicen Plakate von ihm.
Why did we get caught? This is
There and hear the same. No refugees.
Almost all the giant metal monsters guarding the checkpoint.
What's the worst that can happen if we get caught sneaking in? A few days in a jail cell? At least we'd have a bed.
Worst that can happen is one of those steel watchers trampling us into the dirt.
You're such a scaredy cat.
A crooked touch.
Was ist hier denn los? Okay.
Pigeons are very sensitive.
Schon klar.
They can't fly straight if they're disturbed.
Sozusagen ein Riesentaubenschlag. Was zur Hölle ist das?
Rechtei Hathran Rust.
My friend from the Hag Swamp. You join us as we honor our fallen dead. You're a bright light on a dark day. Even you, my erstwhile quarry.
Oh, hello again.
Frey.
Solange du nicht erkannt wirst.
Frey Vald Iskablast.
I feel we're intruding. We should leave quickly.
Calm yourself. You will not be harmed. Our leader has called off the hunt. She wishes to speak to you.
Im Oraknete.
Okay, weiß er das dann jetzt? Oder was bedeutet das?
So, the impossible spawn walks among us in the blazing sun. We have been looking for you. The last time your friend came to our camp, he stole our children, our future.
When I was hunting you, I was to bring you back here, interrogate you, discover how to save our children, and then destroy you.
But things have changed. You have changed. Is it true you left your master? That you broke the spell that binds you to him?
Well, I mean, kind of. It's a long story, honestly.
Free. Not while his master still lives. But he has perhaps earned a second chance. We have tried to save our children once already, attacking Khazad-dûr's palace at first light. Even then, it was too well defended. But if his own spawn approached, someone he thought he could control, he would throw his doors open and welcome you in. And once inside, you could do what we could not. You could save the children you damned.
You don't know Cazador like I do. He's merciless. You want me to march into the lion's den and save your children? But I promise you, they're already dead. Excuse me, did you not hear anything I just said? They're gone.
I know our plight is grim, but if there is even a chance to save them, we must take it.
If our children are truly gone, then we ask for blood. I know you can understand that, Spawn.
I suppose. Yes. Yes. Revenge, I can do.
Thank you. From me and all my people. If you can do this, we will be in your debt. You have lived a life of violence and sin. You have stolen lives, broken families, and caused immeasurable grief. Doing this will not right those wrongs.
If you're trying to encourage me, you're failing abysmally.
But it will be a start. You may still be redeemed. Please go. Time is short, but we will see you again when it is done.
Okay. Das heißt, es ist wohl eine neue Quest, ne? Müssen wir irgendwie mal gucken. Kinder retten, aber passt ja zu uns, weil wir wollen ja auch mal reinschauen da oben. Könntet ihr mal weggehen? Ich dachte, das war nur ein Rosé. Ich dachte, da wäre auch ein Getränk. Und lass mal kurz die Map anschauen, weil wir sind jetzt einfach nur willenlos rumgelaufen. Man kann durch das Lager noch irgendwie durchlaufen vielleicht. Mal gucken. Ja, da hinten irgendwo lang.
What's that?
Öffnen, öffnen.
And taking their fair shares? We've had plenty for everyone.
If won't get us fed and watered.
Was ist mit dem Hühnchen passiert? Alle kaputt.
Look at that. Finest pie the fruit could have made.
Back off! I found these apples first.
Okay. Weiß nicht. Und du? Was hast du zu erzählen?
We got here first, friend. You're welcome to whatever scraps we leave behind.
If you're here to fill an empty stomach, look elsewhere. Folks swarmed what little was had, stuffing their pockets. Bloody animals.
Take the wood from the cart too. That'll be good for a fire, if nothing else.
Find us bloody keepers, I say.
Bloody savages, a lot of them.
We're as desperate as the rest of these savages. They just had the sense.
If I was a Sharan lookout, this is the sort of place I'd wait around.
Not leaving you here. Not for any reason.
Christine is pretty fun. She help out a bit more.
Oh krass, ne? Kann ich da in die Truhe reingucken? Nee. Was bewachst du hier?
Hail, friend. Fine day, isn't it? Forgive me, you're in no mood to talk about the weather. Your journey here was a hard one, no doubt. Is this your first time in Baldur's Gate? It's a fine city, isn't it? No better place to hail from. Used to be you'd arrive knowing you'd a full belly and a warm bed waiting for you. Not anymore. These days, there's barely enough to go around. Add the refugees on top and, well, folk aren't feeling too generous. I've been asking myself the same question. I wouldn't be the first to interfere. Some well-to-dos in the city donated enough to see the newcomers right for the time being. Only they didn't bother helping everyone else. Locals going without while strangers feast. It stoked the fire, all right. Some Baldurians are kicking up a fuss round the front of the barn as we speak. If I wasn't wearing this uniform, I'd walk round there and teach him a lesson they'd never forget.
Mm-hmm.
The Flaming Fist isn't what it used to be. It's grown weak, corruptible, soft. It's down to honest citizens like me to stand up for what's right, uniform or no. That lot round the front, they've got it coming to them. Ha! What peace. If no one steps in, there'll be bodies piled high in the streets before long. Those refugees have been leeching on our city for too long. If we don't show them that we mean business, they'll bleed us dry. We need to march round the front and kill every last one of them. Let's see them eat our food with their guts on the floor. What do you say? Why does it matter? Innocence makes the blood run clearer.
Oops.
So, you're the lick-spittle who crushed the Bone Lord's thrall. Have you come begging, sniffing for our stones? Gortash won't like that. A throat his black hand can't choke the spit from. You'll need to bleed and carve this city if you want to turn him to grave meat. He shivers at the thought. When you find the Lordling, tell him Orin is watching.
Flop. Okay.
So, Orin's a shapeshifter. Which means we can't trust anyone. Not even each other.
Oh, das ist natürlich fies. Ja, das ist richtig. Mal gucken, was da drin ist. Achso, war gar nicht zu, oder? Doch. Naja. Krasse Scheune, aber wir dürfen hier gar nicht rein, oder?
Oi! What in Helm's most holy name are you doing here, citizen? An honest thief, eh? The city still finds ways to surprise after all these years. Let's you and I go and have a chat with Manit Nestor. Hmm?
Mit wem?
The hell's you doing in here?
Eine 20. Alter.
A pig? You're looking for a pig? You ought to be careful. I hear pigs eat people if given the chance. You can have a look. Just don't touch anything.
Okay. Das ist schon mal nett. Ey, können wir hier... Futter dürfen wir nicht mitnehmen, ne? Sofort Ärger, würde ich sagen.
Not
Ja,
for communal
genau.
use, it seems. Best show some respect. Or some more cunning.
Was steht da in dem Zettel?
Excellent.
Wollte rüberspringen eigentlich.
Not sure why you were so keen to get in the barn, but if the Manip says so...
Wäre auch jetzt interessant gewesen, wenn wir diese Riesenkiste hätten öffnen dürfen auf einmal.
Oh, I think he can look out for himself once he's here. Then I guess he better get well.
Nice to be in a crowd of normal people for once.
Shadowheart?
Really? I prefer my company. Extraordinary.
I just lost a wager, thanks to you.
Who are you?
Someone who bet that you'd never be foolish enough to actually show your face in this city again. But here you are. And the gold in my purse is soon to take flight. There have been whispers about you, sister. About your faith, your loyalty, your company. I can't help but feel the strangest twinge of disgust as I look upon you. Is it true? Has Our Lady forsaken you?
I know the truth. I know my parents still live. Tell me where they are, and I have no quarrel with you.
I'm afraid the quarrel is unavoidable, thanks to you. Now I must report your reappearance. If you are intent on bringing matters to a head, then seek out the House of Grief in the lower city. Though, if I was you, I'd be very tempted to just forget it all and disappear. You have some form at doing so, after all.
Okay, die kleine Petze rennt jetzt los. Das ist natürlich schlecht. Vielleicht. Ich weiß es nicht.
Is that blood?
Okay, lass mal weiter ein bisschen hier forschen und gucken, was hier map-technisch noch alles drin ist. Aber wir haben noch gar nichts gesehen. Das ist hier Kneipe.
The place was empty. Keep those thugs away from my family.
Danuvia! Get these spotters out of my house now!
Arthur, sweetheart, you paid me and my boys to be caravan guards, not cattle wranglers. If you want us to get our hands dirty, it'd be our pleasure. But that'll be extra.
I just want to remove these unlawful interlopers from my property. let them stay here? What if the little brat gets into the basement?
Okay, der Keller ist spannend.
My basement? Oh, nothing interesting, just materials. I'm a craftsman, you see.
This man is definitely lying. And he's really hoping you don't pry any further.
Look, I have some very valuable components in there. I need to get that lot out before they damage something. Who do you think you are? Zenobia? People are lining up to break into my property. Do something about it.
You paid us to protect you and your high-quality merchandise on the road. And we've since arrived at our destination. As I said, anything else is extra.
This is the last time I hire someone from the guild. Fine. Here's the extra. Finish the job. Please show this meddler some of that famous Rivington hospitality.
Wie sind das? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 Leute. Was soll das? Das bedeutet auch, dass wir natürlich gleich mal in den Keller gucken müssen. So, wir sind auch nicht super fit, aber das muss ja wohl irgendwie reichen. Okay, das klappt schon mal nicht so gut bei ihr.
Can you feel death's cold grip? Feel their anguish.
Focus.
Time for a cull. %. Wow.
Nicht schlecht.
Need to stay focused.
Hungry for the slaughter.
Jetzt mal genug.
Have to keep going.
I've missed this. Don't linger.
Bardische Inspiration.
Under their noses.
Can't afford to let up.
What do I have to lose? The possibilities are endless. What do you get out of this?
Jetzt sind wir irgendwie überladen oder was?
All right. You won. You won. What more do you want from me?
Oh Mann.
Well, with Zenobia and the others gone, I don't suppose you'll take no for an answer.
So sieht das
All
aus.
right, they can stay. Are you happy now? Now I have to figure out what I'm going to do. A room can wait. After what you've put me through, I need a drink.
Ehrlich gesagt, würde mich ja nun mal interessieren, was im Keller ist.
To threaten the children. Cinta would...
She'll be all right. She's a brave girl.
Wo ist denn der Keller?
Stay silent to avoid causing trouble. What's that?
Keep your distance, darling.
At least we'll have some peace now.
Peace. What?
Simple.
Eine 18, oh. Das hätte ich vorher sehen müssen.
Avoid that trap.
Be careful. There are traps about.
Bauklotz? Ich glaube nicht. Okay.
Best avoid that trap.
Traps. How considerate.
Naja. Auch entschärfen? Okay, man kann das alles entschärfen. Mich würde einfach mal interessieren, was er macht. Was er hier versteckt. Ja, komm schon. $20, okay.
The home of a sweet, generous soul. It might be worth looking into his donations. Who knows what he's been giving?
Okay, ich wollte es nur anschauen. Flöte? Mhm.
There are traps about.
Hat überall Teddybären drin? Nee, doch nicht. Na komm, dann haben wir rausgefunden, was er hier unten für einen Scheiß macht. Bisschen Kohle versteckt. Und mit Spielzeug gesnaggelt. Okay. Ja gut, also ich würde mal sagen, wir sind jetzt hier erstmal angekommen und jetzt müssen wir mal gucken, was wir als nächstes machen. Ist vielleicht nicht so lustig alles. Wir können auch ein paar Leuten helfen. Und vielleicht noch ein paar Leute rausnehmen. Oder auch nicht. Okay, cool. Also, dann machen wir jetzt mal ein Päuschen und mehr machen wir dann halt beim nächsten Mal, ne? Also, bis dann, ciao.